We always look forward to games like this every season. Teams riding momentum, coming in a clash for national supremacy and trying to make a statement as we get close to the playoffs. Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see the number 16 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Wolverines ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Quarterback making checks. They'll run it from the gun. Turning it on. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
It was a really nice play there. The thing I like about this guy, too, his versatility. He's not just good running the ball, but he can catch and he can block. And you think about all the greats they've had at the position in recent years. Versatility at the running back position, being an every down back. And that's exactly what this guy embodies.
Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with the big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. They'll snap it from the 34 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. On a little time, lets it go. Finds his man, it's Henry. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
I like the mitts, the big fella coming in with the catch. Hey, running a little bit of a route, showing a little wiggle, getting open, throwing the football. That's the way to catch it, big fella.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to pass. It's Klubnik. Snagged in the middle. It's Williams. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Let's take a second and talk about Clemson. They start the season in the top 10. Ideal position to make a run. But what do they need to avoid?
Well, I think you avoid the talks about me and where we're at, because that doesn't matter. This team's got a lot to prove. It's a very talented team, but they got to start the season off fast. That first impression makes a big deal in all these voters, Jesse.
Yeah, I think a lot of these players are hungry.
There he goes. Got enough space. Touchdown, Tiger. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Let me tell you, that opening script was a masterpiece. Send that baby to Hollywood, and it's a blockbuster.
I think so, and A-listers all over the field for this offense. You saw some of the playmakers they've got and the speed. Great job going out and executing on that opening drive.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. Fair catch, called for and made. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Back to the ground with the running back. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Gives it on the option. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Trying play action. Bring in the heat. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Quarterback adapted. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's cut. The Wolverines line up to punt it away.
And quarterback's accuracy goes way down when you start to get him on the move. And you want to make it go way down even further? Pop that sucker. Nice job making him move, scramble out to his left, and then getting a good clean stick on him. That's 2 things he has to think about on one play.
Put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. He might want another play. The toss sweep to the right. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, the offense is running towards the open grass, right? They're going toss play to the field, but way too much penetration defensively, forcing that tackle for loss.
Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. It's complete. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. Clemson has just been prolific at the receiver position. More scheme or more talent? I'd argue it's both, David.
Yeah, I argue more talent over the years, just dudes on the outside that win. And you know what? I think Clemson, as much as anybody in the country, has always featured those guys. And you want to play one-on-one with those guys, or you want to give them a cushion like they'll throw it right now. And they've always believed in those guys out wide. And you know what? They usually come through for them.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on 2nd down, on 3rd...
It's a seam wide open. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. For a quarterback as highly touted as Cade Klubnik was, I think he would even tell you he started slowly, but man, the progression, the improvement has been exponential, Jesse.
It has, Reese, and he's played big in big games as of late. You think back to last year's ACC championship game, and then I would argue his game against Texas, even in the loss in the playoff, that might have been his best game of the season, making throw after throw. You can see why he was so highly recruited, and if he plays up to that standard week in, week out, Clemson's going to be really tough to beat.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. Fast, physical, and disruptive. Michigan has a rich and storied history of guys up front who can make life miserable for a quarterback.
Just dudes. I mean, guys that win matchups. Guys that, you know, if it's going to be a pass rush on the outside, one-on-one on a tackle, they can go get him at the defensive end spot. And we can mention names. And Hutchinson recently, one of the higher picks in the NFL draft, but always guys that play the same way.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He finds a dead spot in the middle. He's stopped right at the 29-yard line, and it'll be 4th down. Might be changing the route. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Blasted as he lets it go. Got it in the middle, it's Williams. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. So 1st down here as they go back to work. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Get it out on the screen. There he goes! He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
The play-action fake. Looking to the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
I love the awareness by the DB. Great job, man. It's in your own end zone. You see the ball, you break on it. I'm not trying to catch that thing. I'm trying to swat it down. Make sure I don't give up the touchdown. Nice awareness by the DB.
Looking downfield, it's Klubnik. Knocked away, incomplete in the end zone.
On that 3rd down, they took a shot in the end zone, just couldn't connect. QB and receiver not on the same page, and now it's decision time if you're the head coach on 4th.
And they'll send out the field goal unit. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Coming out with it, it's Morgan. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. The run from the shotgun. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Catch in the middle. It's Prieskorn. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
And the offense with no intention to draw the defense off sides. They want to run on 4th down. Needs it to keep this drive alive. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the 1st half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
Caught behind the line. It's Haynes. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. And you just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the 1st half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
Unloads to the wideout. Got it! Heading to the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson!
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I'll tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Fielded in the end zone, it's Morgan. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. From the gun, the ground game. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
He's got it down the left side. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one? Completing a forward pass was much like solving the Rubik's Cube for Michigan a year ago, but now, Jesse, they have the nation's top recruit in Bryce Underwood, and the key is to develop him.
Yes, because he is the future for Michigan. There is no question about it. You just saw just 2 seasons ago when you've got a quarterback who's dynamic, who's highly recruited and developed, a guy like J.J. McCarthy, the sky's the limit for Michigan. You can win national championships. That's the hope for the Wolverines moving forward.
The sure hands, it's Prieskorn. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. And the Wolverines come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Leaves it with the back. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
Well, it's an offense that prides themselves on being physical. No mystery there. You need 1 yard, turn around, hand it off, let them go to work.
Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Makes the catch, it's Haynes. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The Wolverines are in the hurry-up. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Simpson. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down. Looking to throw on first down. Throws for the tight end. Grabbed in the middle, it's Klein. Kearney on the Jets. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Wolverines.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And with the extra point, they close to within 10, down 17-7. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. In the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Brown. Crosses the 40. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Back to throw. It's Klubnik. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup.
This offense is clicking.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. Wants to go up top on first down. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you just got to take off and get it.
Going to swing it on second down. Going for the big play. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
He'll take another shot here. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Got room on the return. At the 20. Touchdown, Michigan. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
I love this free safety and how he plays center field, and oftentimes he's able to bait QBs into bad decisions. He did it right there. Made the quarterback think he was dropping one way, put his foot in the ground, got in front of that pass, and then showed you the wheels, returning it for a touchdown.
And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Great place to start for this offense. Looking for a crease. It's Haynes. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
He close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Listen, when you got a big sucker like that at quarterback, all he's got to do is lean forward, and he's going to get that fourth down. He just does a great job getting behind the offensive line, falling forward, and getting the big fourth down conversion.
Got it in the middle. It's Marshall. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going, too.
Big guy smells it. Touchdown, Wolverines. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Give to the running back. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional. They're just not being physical enough at the point of attack.
Under fire. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. The Wolverines bringing the heat on the defensive front as they have so many times through the years.
And you just think about guys that just look great in their unis. Big, strong, Aiden Hutchinson, Ojabo, a lot of these guys in the recent history, just they know how to get after the quarterbacks and make their life miserable.
Looking for a man, it's Klubnik. Fires to the wideout. And the big deflection on 3rd down forces a 4th down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. So here comes the Michigan offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Power football with the run. Got the 1st down and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the 1st half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the 2nd half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
Back to throw. It's Underwood. Under fire. It's complete. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. And the Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. A 1st down run in the red zone. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Michigan.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, we have a 28-17 ball game. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. This drive will open from the 15. Out of the gun to give to the back. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Clemson jumps to the line.
And coming out in the 2nd half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start the 2nd half, defense picking up where it left off.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. He rifles one deep to the left. Picked off! What a play by this defense! He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
Here's the handoff. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Wide open spaces. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. He moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Leaves it with the back. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
So the final period starts with a second down play. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Throws to the tight end. Grabbed over the middle, it's Marshall. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. Tries again to get it in. And he'll be stuffed. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. Touchdown Wolverines! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the 4th quarter.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he runs out of bounds, and they'll mark it right there for the return. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to throw. It's Klubnik. Looking to the big tight end. On target over the middle. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Clemson is quick to the line. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy at second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, he'll throw it. Shoots it to the left. It's complete. Open space at the 25. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
And here's the third interception of the night.
And I love this defense understanding situational football. You got the lead in the fourth quarter, getting your nickel packages. You know the pass is coming, and the execution was great.
Yeah, they thrive on takeaways, and they love to get into games late with the lead because one of the strengths of their entire team is their secondary, and you saw it there. In nickel, they're able to come away with the pick, and it's looking like they're going to be able to seal this game.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Back to pass. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. The Wolverines will have it 1st and 10. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Runs through a tackle. He gets it up close to the 25. Out of bounds, they'll mark it at the 24. And the Wolverines in a good spot here with 2nd and short. From the gun, the running back has it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And on 1st down, they're running out the field goal unit. The Wolverines are marching down the field. They'll try to get outside. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Wolverines trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. He's got it again. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. The Wolverines are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Sends it downfield. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. And the Wolverines decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Cradles it at the 35. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Making side adjustments here. Going right to work up top. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Unloads to the wideout. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
You've got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Fires to the right. And the fourth down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you even try to get young guys in the game at this point. But now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points in this field.
Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys had something to prove today, and man, did they go out and do it.
Man, they proved it, and they proved they were better. They thought they were better coming in. We were talking to them. They had a lot of confidence. They said, we're not ranked as high as we should be, and now they just showed the whole world. This squad is for real. We're going to be discussing them in the playoffs in the future, and they made a statement today, Palmer.
Yeah, that's the thing, David. To me, after watching that absolute beatdown, you can't help but think to yourself, this is a college football playoff caliber team. If they play like that, moving forward, if they put their A game together,